showcase. It's happening. It's real. Today's the day. All the news is here. All the excitement. So we got a lot to cover. We have our host here representing Easy Encore today. We have myself, Ryan J. Whitehead. Just beside me here we have Josh. Yeah, Josh. And we have Rav right at the end. Perfect. All right. So, Josh's camera's running away on him. There it goes. Bye, Josh. No, it's fixed. It's good. It's good. No, it's good. It's good. So the excitement is real, and right now we have the pre-game show event, pre-game showcase right now with the classic man, Geoff Keighley himself. There he is in all his glory. And there's Ninja. Oh my God. And there he is. Oh, goodness gracious. Now the video is mute, but when it's a world premiere, we'll unmute it and we'll all hop in. Man, just super excited. Guys, how are you feeling right now? Let's start with Josh. Josh, how are you feeling? Where are your heads at? Where are your head at?
And people interested in this industry, I think that's the case. This is that one time frame of the year where we all get super excited to see what our friends at Xbox and other developers and platforms get to share with us. So I think it's interesting that over the course of a few years, Xbox's biggest focus on feedback from the community is those exclusive games, or at least just games in general. So I think it's interesting that they're devoting this entire showcase to showing off the games, which is obviously what most of us want to see. So we'll get some more spec info, some more cool stuff about the Series X as we get closer to launch. But I think it's cool to just have a show dedicated to games. So personally, I hope to see something related to Fable 4, but beyond that, man, it's a complete gamble and a guess. So I'm really excited just to see what they have to surprise us with.
Yeah, for sure. Rav, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, Ryan. I mean, we've discussed this quite a bit. We've been talking about Series X for so long. As a gamer, waiting for all those games to finally show up and actually see those games. That's the real exciting part here. So. We got to see a lot about the console. We got to see a bunch of other stuff. I think we got a world premiere kind of going on right now. Yeah. I don't know if you want to... Looks interesting.
It looks like how my brain looks at myself in a world. And he's wearing a Canadian jacket. What up? The graphics
Coco Cucumber presents. Wow, that's all right.
The graphics, though, I have to say, I love what they've done in terms of gaming lately. We're seeing a lot of challenge in the graphics world, which is great because we're seeing a lot of graphic diversity, all different types of games trying all different types of things. This one looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks like there's some turn-based elements and stuff that are happening there. It looks like it's the game that you're going to be exploring in. I just kind of want to... Ooh, okay. All right. There's some pretty cool stuff in here, man. Echo Generation, coming 2021 to Xbox. So that's another great hit. And this is what I was talking about, right? Bringing those games in, right? Seeing what more Xbox has to bring to the table, and this is going to be exciting. We did have 2 releases that were announced just before this by Geoff Keighley there on the world premiere side. So we saw Exo Mecha, which looked amazing. Yeah. And then Dragon Quest is actually finally coming to Xbox as well. Dragon Quest 11S coming to Game Pass December 4th, 2020. So if you're a fan of Dragon Quest, it's finally coming to Xbox, and that's another exciting thing. And you can see Phil's been definitely putting in that work to get more of those JRPGs and things like that over to us. So some exciting stuff.
For sure. No, it's definitely exciting. The Exo Mecha game. I mean, with the power of Series X, we're just gonna get this crazy open world now. That's just gonna be just like the scale of what you can do now with these games. Like, they had a giant mecha dragon. And what more do you want out of life? That's insane. That's incredible.
Yeah, I think it's crazy when you think about looking at a title like that, and a lot of times I feel like you see a trailer and you're wondering to yourself, this doesn't quite look like a game in 2020, like graphics or resolution, etc. Because we've become so used to these AAA studios developing, granted, incredible games that are just expansive and beautiful and open world, but I'll use an example, Dead Cells, for those of you that are familiar with that game. If you looked at that game aesthetically, you would kind of have a little bit of a flashback to Castlevania on your Game Boy Advance. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it is one of those games where at first glance you're like, wow, they really went a different route with the style of the game and the animations and how the graphics show up. So it's interesting to see in 2020 that a lot of these indie developers or just non-AAA studios, they're kind of pulling our interest in these weird ways where now we see a game like Dead Cells and it gets massive critical acclaim, all these awards, it sells really well. But from the actual outsider's perspective, you'd be like, that game looks 10 years old. But it's so cool to see developers actually harnessing that ability to use, pixelated graphics or side-scrolling mechanics, whatever it is, that we become so accustomed to like 15 years ago in games, and now we see them making this really cool, respawn, if you will, into the industry, and it's really capturing a lot of gamers' attention. So it'll be interesting to see not only just the AAA titles that we may see some cool, epic trailers for, but it's always cool to see these other games as well that we know, even though they don't look AAA with a $500 million budget, Destiny. And it's really cool. It's really cool to see that. And again, for me, Dead Cells is one of those games. And I think it continues to further that mentality of like, it doesn't need to be open world. It doesn't need to be RPG. It doesn't need to be 4K, 60 frame, whatever it is. There's so many different ways in between, and that's just exciting to see.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, no, it's just that diversity, man. Like, it's funny because I always talk about open world games like your, Grand Theft Autos, your Red Deads, your, I insert any other game here. And what blows my mind is that they're just too long. Like, they are way too long for me to sit down and play. And I'm not that type of guy that can like go into a game like The Witcher, play through it a little bit, save, and then try to get back into it again. Just because, like,
jump into Red Dead and go back and forth.
Yeah, I can't do it. I would say though, in my humble opinion, Batman did it right. Arkham did it right with like still maintaining isolated. Yes, Rav, I'm saying Batman, and yes, I will admit that DC killed it with that game. And there are rumors that we're going to see a new Batman game announced in August. There you go, Josh got Batman in there. Thanks, you guys are rubbing it in. We get it. DC, we love it. That's great. But I will say that, Arkham did it right. It was the right pacing where you have this ability to go back and forth. But really, that game is a small game. If you look at the first Arkham, it's a small game, but it feels huge. And now with graphics, and the architecture in Series X, these games, you could really do cool things with lighting, sound, and visuals. So I'm curious to see what kind of games are going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like the variety, so the great thing about Xbox now is like they've been spending a lot of time and also a lot of money to actually procure a lot of amazing talent across the board, right? So a number of those studios that we've talked about time and time again, bringing so much great talent to Xbox Game Studios now, where they can make such a variety of games. So when we kind of look into that, obviously, we have 343 with Halo. You have somebody like Turn 10, and you have somebody like Playground Games with the Forza series. But you have some of the new additions like Double Fine, right? With Psychonauts. So if I could ask you guys a question going into this showcase that we're about to watch into, and I know Fable 4 was already mentioned by Josh there, but if you could see like maybe your top 3, like what would you want to see and what studio would you want to see it from? Like what are you hoping to see there?
So we have our little Discord community. Oh, world premiere! Everyone, stop talking.
Okay.
Oh, what is this?
New neighbor game.
Another Hello Neighbor.
Yeah. Well, this game was known for the AI. Like, the AI is supposed to be incredible in this game.
I remember streaming this a while back, and if I didn't have the chat with me, I wouldn't have been able to get through this game. But it's a compliment to the game. It seems so small in like its environment, but it really is super dense. Like almost every cupboard, everything that you could interact with in these houses, you can actually pick up, move over, find a new item underneath one. It's insane the amount of things that you can actually do in this game, and how it all kind of correlates to the same mission of not being caught by the freak.
What?
And I think the first two games are on Game Pass, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So I mean, they're there if you want to try them out now.
Yeah, Hello and Secret Neighbor, I think are the two.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you say that, Rab, and it's funny how comfortable everyone's talking about that. How comfortable everyone is talking about that, because when everyone says like, oh, it's on Game Pass now, you can try it. Like, it's on Game Pass, and you can play it. Like, you can just play this full.
You can
game.
play the whole game.
That's crazy, and that is the real value of Game Pass here. And I think that's going to be obviously one of the really strong emphasis of this showcase, I believe, because at this point, I agree with. Oh, that was awesome! Good toss of the stick there. I think
sweep the legs.
Yeah, sweep the legs, man. I think what's always cool about it and interesting about it is that, I agree with Phil that it's as much as, people like to think it's a console war, it's not. It's about this service that they're providing that really changes the experience for Xbox, where you can just pick up and play all these games because you have a Game Pass membership.
And tying into that, I mean, it's not just you. If all your buddies, all your friends have Game Pass, like imagine that. You literally have the exact same library. So if you got some amazing multiplayer games you love, you can easily introduce Hello Neighbor 2, all right. You could easily introduce any of them over to some of those games and play together without having to go out and invest and all this, because you got Game Pass, right? So
right.
It's another great addition. But yeah, kind of getting back to what we were talking about there. So, what would you guys like to see from this conference? I know we're about 14 minutes away now. We've had a couple world premieres, but for the first party game showcase, what would you like to see?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so before Josh gets in there, I'm gonna pull some of the stuff from our community here. And let you guys know some predictions. So
okay, all right.
First of all, our one of our followers, Debella, has thrown in there. Says he believes we know everything already. 343, we know we're gonna get Halo. Compulsion Games, we may not know what they're doing yet, but they could expand on that. We Happy Few game. There we go. Thank God. I remember that. Double Fine. We know they're working on Psychonauts 2. Mojang, they're going to do something. Oh my God, everyone stop talking, another world premiere. Hold on. Let's see how in-depth this gets. Oh, yeah, this is Tunic, I think it's called. Good old Tunic. Let me get the volume over here. And then DeBella was saying... Oh, this is the ID at Xbox showcase. Yes,
yeah, it looks like a variety of them. Yeah.
Yeah, show me those indies.
That's what I'm saying, man. Indies are coming up quick.
Yeah. Indies, man. It's amazing how much noise indies makes, and it's all for a good reason, man. Like, I'm so happy to see all these indie devs. I know a lot of you hear me hype a lot, Sea of Stars and The Messenger, but again, like, there are some incredible games on ID at Xbox.
Yeah, and I think where it really kind of expands on, what we've been used to with games, it's very similar to, like, the movie industry, right? Like, I watched the other day, it was like an 18-minute fan film on Darth Maul, because he's one of my favorite characters in Star Wars.
Of course.
And if you talk about the Rebel show, Clone Wars, whatever, he's consistently been one of my favorite characters and most intriguing. And it's the kind of the similar thing with movies, where this 18-minute fan film on YouTube was amazing. Like the choreography with the lightsaber fights and the special effects, everything. So I think as we continue to evolve past 2020, it's becoming so much more clear with games and movies, like, with the proper technology, a really creative person can make something phenomenal. Like, I mean, I'm thinking Super Meat Boy, because I believe that was developed by one guy, and it's like that's just insane. It really is, and I think it speaks to the excitement that we can expect better and better games as we continue to evolve, and these technologies that are allowing people to develop games in their basement just continue to get better and continue to evolve. And so I don't think we've quite seen the gold standard of indie games just yet.
That's true. And going back to our predictions here, and again, Josh, well said, buddy. I love the flow that we have with the show already. It's fantastic. So going back to predictions here, we were talking about Compulsion Games. Double Fine is working on Psychonauts 2. Exile, we don't really know. They did release a new game there. And man, you're not even going to let me get through this prediction list, Jeff. What are you doing here? What are you doing? Oh, here we go. Another world premiere. Let's get into it.
Square Enix. Okay.
不思議な物語をお届けに参りました。
I
僕
love
は
his
現在
outfit.
ス
His
クエアエ
outfit
ニック
just
スにて
sells the
バラ
game
ンカンパ
already.
ニーという新しいブランドを立ち上げました。そしてここにいる昔ソニックやナイツを一緒に作った大島直人と20年ぶりにタッグを
We're
組ん
kind
で
of blocking the
ションベル
subtitles
を作ってい
here,
ます
guys, but you can always go back and
中
just
さん
watch
が
it again.
スクエア
I'm
エニ
sure
ック
it'll
スに
be.
行くと知った時はびっくりしまし
The
た。
co-creator of
もう驚い
Sonic.
たよ。しかしこうしてまた一緒にタッグを組んでゲームを作れること、そして僕たちの得意とするゲー
Wait,
ム作りと
they're not going to bring Sonic to Xbox.
No, he's the co-creator of Sonic, but it looks like they're working on a new IP.
Yeah, I saw the golden rings and stuff, so I was like, ooh.
Sonic!
僕たちが皆様にお届け
Give
するのは
us Sonic.
アクションゲームのすべてを詰め込んだアクションゲームオブアクションゲームバランワンダーワールドです。
I think
ア
Square
クション
Enix
ゲー
had
ムにミュー
announced
ジカルの
that.
世界観を持ち込んでボタン
Oh,
一
Balan
つで
Wonderworld.
たくさんの
Okay.
小能力を使い進んでいくゲームになります。苦悩や葛藤
Yeah, Square Enix had announced that they were after the Xbox conference. They were going to reveal a new action RPG type of game, and it was this company that they were supposed to show from. So it should be an action
悩
RPG
める
type.
12人のキャストたちの新象世界をあなたはさまざまなアクションを駆使して進んでいきます。
Customization, man. It's always the key
アクシ
for
ョンの
for
一つ
gamers.
一つが
Yeah.
衣装に割り当てられて
That's
おり
true.
その
I
数は
can
な
be
ん
a
と
character
80
different
種
than
類を超
him.
えます衣装を次々に着替えなが
Yes, you
ら
can.
各ステージに散りばめら
But
れた
you can see the
謎の
elements like of the character
そして
building
ネガ
here.
ティブな気持ちにとらわれてしまった
from-
キャストたちの心をあなたの手で取り戻してあげてください。本作は24言語に対応予定です。
I like his top hat.
さらに Xbox
Yeah, I'm telling you though, I love that he is like he knows what he wants in terms of like not only the way he dresses, but in terms of experience he wants to deliver. And that outfit just helps him deliver it. It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you can't wear that hat without being him or Willy Wonka.
世界で皆様をお待ちしています
I love it. I love
最
it.
後に今日は全世界初
So
公開
this is
の
what I
映像
mean,
も
right?
準備いた
We're
します
getting
の
variety
で
here.
どう
So
ぞ
you can
ご
see
覧
a
ください
lot of third-party
It's
studios
so
bringing a
tight.
lot of great content here. So there's something for everybody. So really, pretty cool stuff. Oh, look! All right, we get a gameplay trailer.
Balan Wonderworld, a strange and mysterious land that you visit when you come to.
Yeah, the artistry looks insane.
But you know, and you talk about the artistry here. What I love about it too is that we are seeing more Japanese games. In fact, in the last leg of the past generation with 360, a lot of people were saying like, "What's happening to the Japanese game market? We're just not seeing a lot of games." And now it's the opposite. We are seeing not only a ton of games, but we're seeing them on Xbox now, which is important. That's huge.
It's huge.
It's huge.
This actually does look really cool, and you know, obviously we're a little bit older. We play some more of those mature games, but I can so see a game like this being picked up by somebody who wants to play with their family. Maybe if they have some co-op gameplay, that would be interesting as well. Multiplayer, it definitely looks interesting there.
What this game is reviving for me, and I'm going to jump in right now and say it, is people were looking for a banjo game. This is your banjo. This is as close to banjo you're going to get.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be ukulele, but then it wasn't. But Yeah, I agree. I mean, as far as platformers, I mean, this is what we all grew up on, right? Like, other than Halo Combat Evolved, we can't step on the Grandmaster. But as far as, you know, Psychonauts, even back in the day, it was a similar platformer. I mean, Vex. We could talk about Super Lucky's Tale recently. I mean, people will always come back to platformers. There's just something about them that is so gravitating, and it allows you to basically say, okay, I have to operate within the confines of this world that's a finite size, and I need to do my objectives, etc. Much different than, like you mentioned earlier, Ryan, say, I loved Assassin's Creed Origins, but that game did take me like 300 hours to get through all the stuff. So it's nice to have a mix. You know, like you said, not many people have Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and then, you know, Elder Scrolls Online, and they're doing all three at the same time, going back and forth. Like, that would just be overwhelming. So it's nice to have, you know, a good variety of games. And then when you talk about AAA titles, like, let's say Call of Duty Warzone, really, really popular right now, you know, there's people that love it. And then when you talk to the greater community, you see a lot of responses of like, not really my thing, you know, competitive FPS, not really my thing.
Yeah.
And I think we're starting to see more and more of that we always envisioned that these top tier competitive FPS games would be like the shining hero of the gaming industry. And we're starting to see that actually a lot of these other types of games are making huge waves. So the whole entire industry has become more, you know, more varied in what they're able to offer. So I think it's cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, no, variety is a great thing, and it just reminds me of that time going to Blockbuster or Rogers Video, and just looking at that bookcase of all the games you could rent, and just the cover art would really capture you and pull you in and get you really hyped and excited. And now it is up to the trailers. It's up to the cases or the game pictures in the stores. Even the game cases are still very much an important part of that hook to get you into that certain style of game that you might want to try, especially getting away from, you know, your constant, you know, open world games that say that, like, hey, if you play this game, you're going to get, you know, Assassin's Creed Origins, you're going to get 300 hours. That's fantastic, and that's a lot of, you know, play value.
Sure.
But at the same time, a game could be much shorter and still offer that same replay value, right? Or the same amount of hours put into it.
Absolutely.
100%. I know you have that list, Ryan, of those those predictions that we have. Like, there's been so many world premieres, right? But I think we're good. I think they're going to just be chatting for a little bit here, and we're 6 minutes away, or like 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
So what were those predictions before the show begins there?
Yeah, I'm going to try to beat another world premiere here because I feel like they're saving a big one right for the end. So here we go.
Yeah.
So we're talking about In Exile. I think In Exile did Wasteland, right? They've done
Wasteland 3.
Yeah,
they're
Wasteland
slotted.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, so I doubt we're going to see, like, what they may give us a title card announcement, but I doubt we're going to see anything there. Mojang's got Minecraft, Ninja Theory, they got Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and then there's something called Project Maria that's been speculated, but we may or may not see that. But because I really feel like the focus is going to be on Hellblade. That's an incredible game. Obsidian Entertainment, they've got Ground going on right now, but they do have a team working on something else, so we may see something from them. Playground Games is highly speculated Fable, that they're going to announce Fable. I don't know, man. With Microsoft and the way they tease things at times, I'm going to say it.
And it's time for Albion to come back. And I played through, Fable Anniversary just recently on stream. I played through the second one again. The third one we don't need to talk about. But as far as the fourth one is concerned, it's really, really cool to even just get rumors of a game coming back. Because we were talking about Fable Anniversary not that long ago, and it's insane. The game came out in 2002, I think it was, or 2004, one of the two.
Yeah.
But either way, like, the depth of that game, the ability to, like, buy houses, you could have alignment to good and evil, and every tiny decision that you make actually, like, influence that spot that you sit on the influence, and then you have the ability to go into random pubs and random cities and play tabletop games, and you could do that for a couple hours. Like, the amount of depth in the Fable universe was so immense even back then. So I'm excited to see what 2020 and the learnings of, you know, what to do and what not to do with the Fable franchise. Hopefully those come together into a cool showcase here.
And the thing about Fable is, it didn't take itself seriously at the same time though. Like it had so much in depth, but that game was hilarious. Like the quips that it had in there, all the different variety of things that you could do. And that's the thing that's gonna be interesting. Like we don't have Lionhead Studios now, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see how they're going to, you know, bring in a new studio to take over this. But hopefully they still capture that element. It's not all just serious gameplay. Like sure, have all that variety of stuff we know Fable 4, but make sure it doesn't take itself serious again, right? You want to have fun when you're playing it just like the original ones.
Yeah.
So really cool stuff. All right, Ryan, I know you got a few more games on that list, or was that about it?
Well, and then some obvious predictors here. Rare's going to talk about their game Everwild. I hope, my prediction is they're going to announce Battletoads and say it's released later today. I have a theory that they're going to do it, because that game has been, I feel like that game had a date and they finished it now because they delayed it and they're ready to go. And what better way to do it than to be at the hype train, be at the lead car, and Xbox just be like, yo, we know you guys wanted Battletoads and it's coming out today, baby. And right after this announcement, you can go and play it. Like, I feel like that's
on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. You're gonna get it. But I mean, that would be a great move. That would get people really hyped. And then to be really faster, because we've got a minute 30 before we get in here, the Coalition is just gonna talk about some new packs for Gears Tactics, or maybe announce the next Gears. I don't know, because we don't want to take away from the Halo, but DeBella did say it was Gears Tactics they may talk about. The Initiative, we're gonna see whatever they're working on. Don't know what it is, but they got a cast of developers for that. Turn 10 Studios, next Forza Motorsport game, Undead Labs, State of Decay 3, and World Edge Age of Empire game. That's the list that DeBella provided. But some quick point call-outs here. Backwards compatibility. Want to see some more talk about that. Want to see some more hype about it. And then someone wanted to talk about Cuphead DLC update, Elden Ring gameplay, Perfect Dark teaser.
This is a massive list.
Yeah.
Elden Ring, man. Elden Ring. Dark Souls fan, Demon Souls fan, true and true. So that game touches me in the heart, and I can't wait to see it.
All right, so let me know in the chat, guys, if the volume's the right level between us and the sound of the showcase. Get ready, get hyped, and just let me know in the chat here. Yeah, Lobo Grande says backwards compatibility with Series X and Xbox One X multiplayer. Oh yeah, for sure. But I don't know.
That would be huge, right?
Yeah.
Like, because Halo Infinite is guaranteed to come out to both, but you want to be playing with each other, and I think that's a fair trade-off. It's just the graphics might be a little bit different, but you should be able to play that way. So we'll see what happens.
Here we go! Oh my God! Oh, the news! All the news.
Here.
Let's hear it. Let's see it. Let's get hyped. Let's get ready. Oh, I love their new advertising campaign for Series X. It's so good.
Oh, the countdown. I remember these countdowns.
See Psychonauts in there.
Gotta have.
Yeah.
And there was Master Chief. Woo!
Here we go.
Just world premieres every 2 minutes. Like, let's go. Oh, is this Halo already?
Are they going straight into Halo?
Let me know if this sounds good in the chat, guys. That's gotta be Halo. That's just gotta be. Oh my God. Oh man, I don't think I'll be able to physically sit still during the stream.
Just let it sneak in, Ryan. Let it sneak into your soul.
It's climbing into my soul.
Exosuit is now complete.
Always Halo.
A little louder.
Even
Is he getting a new suit?
Will save humanity in the war to come.
No, it's him being suited up.
I must remind myself.
I mean, he is in armor, right?
Liquid crystal cannot rise on its own. Titanium alloy cannot prevail in the face of extinction.
You only saw his face if you beat, I think it was the 4th one.
Armor cannot
Yeah.
hope.
We don't talk about his face, Ryan.
Sorry.
It's only for those who have earned it.
Oh my god. Yes.
It all means
Hit that initial
Here we
line.
go.
Execute.
Yes.
until you
Oh my
step
god, look at
inside.
the lighting. Oh.
Cinematics, man.
John
Insane.
117.
Oh my god. Woohoo!
Oh, start demo? Oh.
No way. No way.
Nice gameplay.
Am I dead already? I must be, I mean. This is the punishment, right?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yep, this is death.
Oh god, look at the scale of the graphics. This is a cutscene, and it's gameplay.
This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing. Hold on, shit.
Brings you back to leaving the Pillar of Autumn for the first time.
Yeah.
No. No. You. I can't stand this. Who you are. Breathe. No. You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything. We're... Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe?
It's always about the business.
I have
He
been
literally
safe since
just
I found
counted by looking out the
I found you,
windshield.
remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the banished.
I don't think this guy knows who he's talking
Keep saying
to.
that. We're outgunned,
Really, just
outnumbered.
pure lack of authority, like
I
respect
know
of
I saw
authority.
Clone Wars over there. I'm going to dig through them and find one with the working sleep space
I love
drive.
his armor. I
When you're done
love
with
how
this
they
war,
designed it in this one.
we'll get away from here. Far away.
Wait here.
Oh. Please,
Oh, he's touching his arm. Oof.
let me see what I can
His
find.
forearm.
Cannons first. When I get back, we can look. Together.
Okay, big guy.
And it's just straight to gameplay. Just straight to gameplay! Oh my god! Oh! Oh!
Holy crap. Alright.
No loading time. Oh yeah. Just slaying all day. Oh, look at his weapon. It reflects to the light. Oh my god. Everything's in full detail. My face is melting.
Honestly, I'm kind of already blown away by the scale because you're looking around you and I'm going, can he go there? Can he go to all these places?
Yeah, look at the draw distance, right?
Bro, they did not finally change the Warthog mechanics to where you can actually drift. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
And it's open world. He's got open world objectives. Yeah, Josh, I think you can go there and just travel that distance.
That's the thing, man. Growing up in games, you used to always look at the backdrop and be like, man, I wish I could go there. And then games started doing that. They're like, go ahead, walk east. You'll get there eventually.
Oh!
Sorry, Jackal. That was dope.
Oh, he jumps! Oh, that's like he jumps out of the car.
Ooh.
Can I also point out that it wasn't like a little cutscene where he walks out of the car. He literally jumped in and started shooting right away.
Yeah, that was dope. I liked how he was like ejected out of the car.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Got some new weapons here. Whoa.
Oh, wow, he's just picking up weapons.
Fusion coil. What is okay?
Ooh.
It's a
Roots are back.
It's a wall. What? Oh my god, zip line!
You have a grappling hook? Are you serious?
That's so cool. Josh, please, it's called a hook shot. Let's get real here. Every hero needs a hook shot. Let's just establish that already.
Wait a minute. Wait, hook shot. I remember that. What is that from?
Well, I mean, I can name a ton of games here, but
It's a grappling hook. That's fine, though, Ryan. That's fine. You're in Canada. We're in the U.S. You know, we call things different things.
It's the scale of this game. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I'm already noticing that they didn't just do like a flat world that was hella wide. They literally added so much layering of levels and things. You're like 800 feet above sea level right now.
Yeah. Lobo says, please tell me they kept assassination move. Was that grunt flying?
A lot of different guns.
I want
That looks like that looks like the Jawa vehicle that drives around in Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so cool. He's got a hook shot.
Bro. And I haven't, help me understand, guys, I haven't seen yet if there has to be a point to grapple to. He's just done it.
Yeah, he's just doing it to whatever he can. Oh, those things have shields now. That's nice.
Man, good times hopping in those turrets.
And it's nice to see that the enemies actually take hit damage, like they stagger when they take certain shots.
Yeah, the reaction is definitely there.
I'm just seeing how quickly they're switching between all these weapons, right? Still two main weapons though, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
Still the classic formula there.
We still have yet to see one frame cut cinematic loading screen, one thing.
Nothing.
Lost this war months ago. Your people are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't. We are one step ahead, always. The ring is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriarchs.
I love how for the last few seconds both of our jaws have been dropped.
We're lost. Alone. This is my last fight. True test of legends. Our story will outlive us both. Set a fire in your heart, Spartan.
Lobo Grande says he needs to change his pants.
Fight hard.
I've got some fresh ones on standby for you. Yeah, sorry about that, Ryan. I don't know why it switched. My camera switched off and on.
It's okay, man. Now here's what's crazy. They started with Halo. That's what's crazy about this whole thing. Bravo though. Bravo.
They knew. I mean, let's be honest, man. They had to know. Like, we got to come in swinging.
We hope you
where are we
enjoyed your
headed?
first look at Halo Infinite's campaign. I'm incredibly proud of the team at 343, and we're thrilled to share a hint of the epic battles that await you on the next chapter of Master Chief's journey. This is the most ambitious campaign we've ever created at
See some
343.
multiplayer stuff here.
For the first time, players will have the freedom to explore a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last two Halo games combined. Halo Infinite has been built from the ground up to take full advantage of Xbox Series X. Bigger battles, epic vistas, more complex visual effects, displayed with 10 times the processing power per pixel of Halo 5. This will be running at a flawless 60 frames per second and will allow us to bring the Halo ring to life in ways that have never been possible before. We look forward to sharing even more about Halo Infinite in the coming months, including the first look at multiplayer. And now, please enjoy a glimpse of what others in the Xbox Game Studios family have been working on.
All right, got Halo out of the way.
Premiere.
World
Here we
premiere!
go.
Oh my god! Here we go! Here we go!
State of Decay 3. I'm calling it.
Yep, I think you're right.
Or Waste. It could be Wasteland 2. We'll see.
I don't know. Nope. I don't know. Can anyone else just like appreciate the level of graphics in this?
Yeah,
this
the
Wolf's
cinematic,
Fence right
like,
now?
the quality of this is so realistic now. Or like, are you kidding me? Like that's in-game, in-engine, or anything? Like even cinematics, like they're doing movie level stuff here now.
Yeah, and we're also watching it via stream, so it's like...
Yeah, I know, that's true. Oh my god.
Damn.
Way to set the tone, Josh. Way to set the tone.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, it's only gonna look better.
I'm just so glad I got a 4K TV in there.
Oh,
could be State of Oh! State of Decay 3! There it is!
Alright!
There it is! Oh,
dang, zombie deers now? Okay.
Zombie
We're going gritty with it.
Yeah.
Here we go, Series X.
Welcome everyone to the Xbox Game Showcase. Today, we're showing games from 9 of our 15 Xbox Game Studios, including unveils of 5 new first-party games. What you will see today is how Xbox Game Studios are harnessing their passions to bring their dreams to life. We believe that how you find and play your games is as important as the device you play them on.
Background though, I'm not gonna lie.
Xbox Game Pass is the best way to discover and play. And we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible. So Game Pass members, you can play every game you see today from your subscription or free to play.
Oh, thank you.
These games will look and play best on Xbox Series X, delivering unmatched fidelity, performance, precision, and immersion. And we've designed the most consistently powerful next-generation console. And we've built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision. One studio that has always pushed the limits of our hardware is Turn 10. And they're
all
early
in
development
game.
on the next
This is all
Forza
in game
Motorsport.
engine.
And Xbox
The Halo
Series
demo
X
still hasn't stopped.
is bringing them closer to their
So right.
dream of unprecedented realism with ray tracing and native 4K resolution, all at 60 frames per second. The trailer you're about to see was captured completely in-engine.
Oh my god. Forza, man. Forza Motorsport. Oh, that's 2 on the list so far.
Is
3
it?
if you count Halo. I'm not going to count it because we all knew it was coming. Oh man. This game, I'm not a Forza Motorsport fan, but I will never deny the level of graphics in this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't call myself a motorsport guy necessarily, but from the times I have played, man, if you're gonna play a racing game, you might as well play a Forza.
Yeah, Horizon definitely.
Yeah. Which makes sense, right? If you're more into cars and into the nitty-gritty aspect, then you're down for the track racing, but I like to be able to, drive off-road.
Oh, that logo. Oh my god, that's gorgeous.
Is it a reboot? There's no 8. I don't see an 8. I think it's a reboot that they're doing.
Oh, dang. Yes! Everwild!
Yes! Everwild? Oh yeah, it looks like Everwild.
Let's go, baby.
That's 4 on the list.
Our world.
Just the graphics, guys. And Rare
Dude, it's
kills
rare,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
Rare is just you can't touch Rare.
Yeah,
But
can't
only a
touch Rare's
few
graphics.
truly
Oh, it looks
feel
like
it.
soul shading.
It's like a very high definition type of
It is
cel
found in the smallest moments.
shading. Is it like an open world fantasy game?
In every step of a perilous journey. In
Looks
the
really good,
symmetry
though.
of ritual.
Yeah.
In the bonds we share. And in moments of stillness. It teaches us to look beyond the expected. To be a light
Circle
in
of life,
dark
Brian.
places.
Sorry.
To seek
Circle of life, it
answers.
needs to come out of their mouth.
Yeah. Usually the opposite way.
And to stand watch over
Oh
our
man,
world.
it looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie. It's like one of those really calm, peaceful games you want to
Our
pick up,
world has a rhythm.
put on the headphones, you hear the wind just whistling
We all
past your
sense it.
ears, the ruffle of the leaves.
But only a few truly feel it.
Okay, beautiful game. Still have no idea
I
what
want to
it's
know
about.
more. I want to know more.
What can I do?
I want to know more.
Everwild will give to you
Oh, there we go.
a magical and untamed natural world for you to explore and to just truly lose yourself in.
Dope.
It's a place to be eternal. And Eternal has the gift to sense and feel how magic flows through nature and connects every living thing.
Also dope.
The team here at Rare are so excited to be working on something like Everwild, and I hope you're excited too. But I just want to take this opportunity to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who's shown their support and love, and for the incredible, awesome, positive community that's already growing around this game. Thank you,
Preach.
thank you, thank you.
So it's like a Sea of Thieves fantasy game?
No clue. I don't think we can make any
I just
assumptions.
got hit with a flood of memories.
Oh, this is
Love you, Mom.
definitely by
You
the
seen
studios who do,
Mom?
Life is Strange?
Allison?
yeah, Life is Strange.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. that
Yeah, they
don't
showcased a
believe
little
us.
bit of this, I think, at XO19.
We all believed that what happened that night was
I
self-defense.
think that's where we saw a little bit of it.
But we couldn't be sure.
First of all, Cypher, you can't call dibs on games. You just can't do that. That's not fair.
It doesn't matter that they kept us apart.
They're only making one
Brother,
copy.
sister, we look out for each other.
It doesn't
One
matter
copy
that
for one
finding
person,
the
that's it.
truth
Cypher got it, and that's it. Nobody else can
feels
play.
impossible.
Now,
We're all done with fairy
I've
tales.
played
The only thing
Life
that
is
matters
Strange, and I will say
is
with these
you're
games,
my
prepare to
brother.
have your emotions just rot. Like, they are so intense,
And the
and
only
they
way
take
to
it
move
so
forward
far.
is to keep looking back.
The
We've been
realism
getting
just
these
keeps getting
visions
better and
whenever we
better.
see or
Like,
hear something really
they
emotional.
weren't kidding when it said, hey, we're going to be playing movie level quality games, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Everything we thought we knew about Marianne just got thrown out the window.
She loved you.
She attacked you. We both saw it.
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives.
Nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
I can't do this. Stop!
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a
heartache. Tell me why.
Okay, oh my god, here we go again. This is just non-stop. I love it.
I know, I need to like remind myself. Ooh, Moon's Studios.
Hey everyone, my name is Gennady. I'm the co-founder and director of technology at Moon Studios. Today we're very excited to tell you that we're working on a very, very special version of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, specifically for Xbox Series X. We are now at a time where we can reach levels of fidelity and frame rates previously absolutely impossible on any console. An already gorgeous game like Ori can now run at 120 Hz refresh rate in full 4K HDR in its highest quality, delivering unprecedented game feel with silky smooth animation, super crisp, sharp image, and low input latency, which is just so important for the tight and precise platforming feel of this game.
Whew.
We can also boost the immersion in different spaces in our world by using premium audio tech that we previously just could not simulate in real time. And with all of this crazy hardware power, we can give our players more options with how they want to play our game. We can't
They didn't
wait
say
for
anything
all
about a
of you to
beta, did they?
experience this very
At the end
special
of Halo?
version of Ori coming to Xbox Series X
I know
and
sometimes
smart
that,
delivery
like,
later
for most
this year.
Halo releases they do, right? But I didn't see anything there.
Well, it's funny because Richard was trolling in the chat, or at least I was joking that he was trolling in the chat. You can see like game codes in the in trailers, which has happened, but I was joking around that they threw game codes in the cutscene.
Outer Worlds.
I'm glad you said that, because for a second there I was going to be like,
of the
wait.
universe comes the biggest mystery in the galaxy.
An abandoned research facility, and now shady corporate intrigue.
Marvel of the Gorgon asteroid. A sordid stopover, full of salacious secrets.
Again, this was an open world game that looks great, great design, great sound, everything. Just not for me, man.
With the
Just
right
too
kind
open
of
world
case,
for me.
they wanted us to develop a miracle
Too much to
truck.
do.
Can put you on the wrong side of a gun. Or sword.
But it looks great. It's totally design-wise, I love it.
Yeah, no, played great as well. Some new DLC for it, it looks like.
Danger.
Wow.
Intrigue.
A word of advice before you go, Captain? Trust no one.
What will you find on Gorgon?
Peril on Gorgon, yeah.
This unit cannot bring you any drinks in its current state.
September 9th. All right.
Yeah, I know Cypher, but still. It's just not my gameplay. It's not my game style. Now, of course, we're getting ground here. This looks interesting.
For the biggest game of the year. Then wait for Cyberpunk. But if you're ready for the smallest, we've got you covered.
That was incredible advertising.
Wait for Cyberpunk, but if you're ready
From Obsidian
now,
Entertainment, the makers of games that are nothing like this one.
I love it.
Yeah, bro, I would
This
definitely
summer,
play this with my friends.
Strive together.
It's like Honey, I Shrunk
to
the Kids,
fly
man.
Together.
Yeah.
Or just feed your friend to the spiders and go solo.
Or just feed your friend to the spiders.
Whoever came up with the marketing for this needs a promotion.
Hey, Battletoads.
Battletoads! Cue Battletoads, next cutscene. Next
They had a
preview.
little Rash action figure, I like that.
Yeah. Cue Battletoads, next trailer, guaranteed. Here we go. Battletoads, give me that Battletoads. Give it to me.
28th? 5 days.
Ooh, go. Ooh, damn.
At Obsidian, we're dedicated to pushing narrative and role-playing games. It's something we do every day when we come to the office.
Nope.
And we can't wait
I
for
don't
you to
wanna
play
deal
our
with
next
spiders.
great
I don't
adventure.
like spiders.
Peril
You
on
can turn
Gorgon.
spiders off in
It's
the game if
first
you have
of two
arachnophobia,
planned
so
story expansion packs for the Outer Worlds that we're putting together with our friends from the Private Division. Now, it's also important that we continue to evolve how we tell stories in games, and Grounded is the perfect example of that. The team has been working for the last 2 years on how to tell an Obsidian story within a survival game. Now, what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game on July 28th on Xbox Game Preview and on Steam Early Access. We want to hear from you, and we want to continue to build Grounded together. Oh yeah, if you've been wondering, we have been working on that next big Obsidian RPG. Check this out.
No way! Oh, what a drop! What a tease!
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Everybody shut up!
We have always known war.
Lord of the Rings.
It forged our empire.
Oh, that arrow is just going.
Turned heroes into queens and kings. And decimated our foes.
That guy had a crazy bow.
I want his
Now
bow.
our oaths are lost.
Bro, is this can't be Elden.
Forsaken.
No, because they're not working on Elden, right?
Yeah.
And you must face the monsters.
What?
Bro, what?
Our sins have borne.
Dragon. Totally big dragon.
Is it a big dragon?
Is an oath.
I was thinking Balrog.
Of a crown.
That would've been crazy though, if it's Lord of the Rings.
Avowed.
Ouch. Alright.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll take that. I'll take it. I want it.
That looks really good.
That was pretty
We're
dope.
only gonna get a tease anyway, right? So.
Avowed is an expansive first-person RPG set in the fantasy world of Eora. When Obsidian Entertainment joined Xbox Game Studios, they told us that this epic game is the one they want to make. As creators of critically acclaimed RPGs, this is Obsidian at their best, and it is being built from the ground up to take full advantage of the power of Xbox Series X.
Not leaked anywhere.
At Xbox Game Studios, we also work with independent developers, always with the goal of empowering them to bring their ideas to life. I'm excited to announce our work with Interior Night, a new studio led by some of the most talented storytellers in our industry. Let's meet Caroline Marshall, studio head of Interior Night, to debut their original game.
Ooh, okay.
Another original, right?
Man,
Bonjour,
London.
I'm Caroline from Interior Night. Our team is really passionate about interactive storytelling because when you play a story, you step into the character's shoes. You get to experience their fears, their hopes, their conflicts firsthand. And in the process, you learn more about yourself. And this is quite powerful. Our first game spans 30 years in the American Southwest. It's a story about family, resilience, and sacrifice. But most of all, it's about how you will shape the fate of real, flawed people trying to find their way in a world they don't fit in. I hope you enjoyed the trailer.
World premiere.
Another world premiere. Here we
So-
go.
So this is in the American Southwest, 30 years ahead.
Yeah.
30-year span, I think she said. So I don't think we know when the time period is.
We were on our way to start a new life that summer.
Cool. Love you.
For our family, it was just a stopover.
Graphic drama, okay.
For mine, it was the end of the road.
On the ground, now!
The sun went down on all of us that day. Was it fate? Coincidence? No. It was a long-forgotten secret, buried in the dark.
This is really cool. I love the look at the cutscenes.
I love the style. It looks like they're showing both
All my
sides of the
life,
story, though.
I've been scared of the
Feels like a
shadows.
comic book.
But now, I'm finally ready to step into the light.
Oh my god, I love
I got your
that.
letters.
That is just really
As dusk falls.
I want to apologize, guys. Isabella tripped over my green screen, and that's why it
Here at
was
Ninja
really funny.
Theory, we're hard at work on all of our projects, including Senua's Saga and
Ninja Theory!
Hellblade 2, which we announced at the Game Awards back in December. An incredible 3.5 million players have now experienced Senua's story in Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. We're excited to start giving you an insight into what comes next for our Celtic Warrior, an experience that we'll be building in Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC. I'm happy to reveal today that Senua's Saga will be set in the beautiful country of Iceland.
Is that like cars passing by or something?
And you can find out more about our location scouting and how we've discovered the history of our setting in a brand new behind-the-scenes development diary, which you can view straight after the show on the Ninja Theory YouTube channel.
Cool. I love the actress that played that character. She is just so fascinating to watch. And what's funny about it is that she never studied acting.
To see the impact
never studied
Hellblade:
acting,
Senua's
nothing.
Sacrifice has
And
had
that was
on
a
so
brutal
many
performance.
players. We're incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been
Yeah, I
part
think
of
she's one of the
Senua's
developers
story
there,
so
right?
far.
Yeah, she's like a
And we're
not
excited
a
for
sound
you to be
engineer,
part
she's
of
like
our
something
development journey.
or
from here on
marketing.
out.
I can't remember. She was something. What is this?
It's like something from
Double Fine!
Double Fine.
20 years, Double Fine. Tip Shaper.
It's 20 Double Fine years.
What? Peter, he's been sitting there the whole
Hey,
time.
Jack Black.
Hey, who wrote the song? Peter. Oh, Peter. Fantastic work. Love the song.
Very much.
It's gonna be fun to sing it. Now it's time to rock. Shall we start rocking?
Brutal Legend 2. No.
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins.
This was Jack Black. They gotta show Blue Legend.
Where are we?
It's a quiet place.
Psychonauts was so good. So good.
Lost alone.
Okay, I see why he's there now.
Neither skin nor bone. Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's blown. At the bottom of a lake, a frozen feeling. When my friends pulled me back up.
I didn't play the first one, but I heard amazing things about it.
It was so fun. So fun. Weird, and like the environments made no sense, but it was so cool.
Man, the world just seems so far out.
Dude, it's the first one was the same way. It was like a big trip.
Oh, this looks amazing. You know what the crazy thing is? All these first-party games, Game Pass.
Yeah.
Like that's the craziest thing. It's like I don't have to worry about, or am I only gonna get this one or this one? It's like no, I'm gonna play all of them. That's
Yep.
Unlocking all my memories.
Game Pass. Solves all your problems.
yeah.
Which I
The mobile.
never.
Hey, look, I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Double Fine, you are looking double fine.
Ooh.
We can't wait for you to experience the amazing games built by Xbox Game Studios. And there is just so much more for you to play on Xbox.
Game Pass
We are
updates
partnering
here.
with thousands of
Yeah.
creators,
Yeah.
from the largest publishers to the smallest independent developers, to bring you the broadest variety of games ever. There is one developer in particular that is close to us, not just geographically, but in history too. I'm thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie will bring Destiny 2 to Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass. If you are one of the more than 10 million Game Pass subscribers, you also get access to all current Destiny 2 expansions starting this September.
Oh, damn.
For Game Pass
All the
Ultimate members,
expansions.
Destiny 2 will also be playable on mobile from the cloud. Later this year, Bungie will also release a new version of Destiny 2 that is optimized for Xbox Series X. 4K resolution running at 60 frames per second. Here's an all-new look at Bungie's Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
Cool.
I know, Ryan, you picked up some of the expansions and stuff recently, didn't you?
Things born out in
Yeah, I don't want to talk about rap. I don't want to talk about it.
I know. I was told by the community to jump into this game. I didn't at that time, but now I have like no reason not to.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited. I did get into a big Destiny craze a little bit there with some friends, and we did raids and stuff. It was a lot of fun shooting it on stream.
Destiny's definitely changed up quite a bit since I remember playing it.
Yeah. November 10th.
November 10th.
Very cool.
This is Destiny 2 that you can play any way you want thanks to Xbox Game Pass. Some of the world's most inspired developers are working on games for Xbox Series X, and we're just honored to be able to collaborate with them. Xbox Series X will empower both new and experienced creators to bring the future of games to life like never before. Unique perspectives, unexpected innovations, and fresh voices that demand to be heard and that we can't wait for you to discover. All of the games you're about to see are being built to launch exclusively on Xbox consoles. Thanks and enjoy.
Preach. We lost Josh,
World
but hopefully he can come back soon. Console launch?
Console launch exclusive. Okay.
Game World?
Reminds me of that scene in Call of Duty, but I know it's not that.
Yeah. Oh man, if Call of Duty was a console launch exclusive.
No, that'd be insane. Cypher, all the content, the DLC, it's all coming to Game Pass now. Very good. You can check out all the Destiny stuff.
I think he was talking about the reason why he didn't play it before.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
All this post-apocalyptic world stuff, man.
It's like a time-space, like... Is that a black hole?
I don't know.
Not as creepy as Scorn, but...
No. Metro?
Yeah, giving me like a Metro vibe.
Stalker.
Stalker 2, okay.
Never
I didn't play the... Yeah, I didn't play the first one or anything, so...
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, another console launch exclusive. Look at this. They're just bringing the heat now.
Yeah, it's just bring. Oh, there he is. Got him back. Okay, they look like super cool sci-fi marines, and I'm down with that.
I'm gonna guess Wasteland 3.
My Lord Inquisitor, I've reached the term of
Warhammer.
crime and begun our investigation.
Is it Warhammer?
It's a Warhammer game.
Our recon squad has been sent into sub-level 6 of the Hive
Warhammer, yeah.
to determine the full extent of the
Yes.
unrest.
Oh my god.
I'll know more when they make it back.
Console.
Oh, they're the Imperial Guard. Oh, run. Just go the other way. Just run the other way.
Are you waiting?
Darktide.
If they make it back.
Tell me more. Tell me more. I want to know all. I love me some Warhammer, man. Space Marine was a wicked game.
2021, look at that.
World premiere.
Just series launch exclusive.
They just keep bringing them, man. They just keep bringing them.
Oh, my face. We still got like 17 minutes of glory here, so just. Xbox always likes to hit the notes, you know? Hit the chords.
Of this world and all that it creates. With every passing day, the winds might grow stronger and carry us away, but we will hold on to joy to light the way, to keep the reminder that love does not escape. I'm yours forever. There is no end in sight for us.
Tetris?
Tetris? Gotta be Tetris, right?
We're all together in this love, don't you forget it. We're all connected in this love.
That's a fancy Tetris there, man. I know they had Tetris 99 come to Nintendo. Like, is this a new type of battle rail type of multiplayer Tetris?
Oh, they just.
Well, that is cool. All right,
Yeah.
that is cool. Tetris Effect connected.
Oh,
I like
man. Love it.
And it's a console launch exclusive. That's
World
nice. Man.
premiere.
That's dope.
Connecting people one block at a time.
Creators of Steam World.
Approaching orbit.
Oh.
The console launch exclusive as well.
Sure you
Yeah.
want to jump?
I dig space games, man. Give me more space games. I'm down.
What we got? Another good-for-nothing space rock?
Whoa. Hold on, let me check.
Wow.
Man, it's some beautiful world, man.
Rex, you're not gonna believe this. Ouch! What the?
It's like cleaning up the oil spills to let the nature through.
Yeah.
It seems that way. The Gunk. Okay.
Very cool.
That one seems interesting.
Mhm.
Game Pass.
Just keep that coming. Just don't stop the music, guys. Just keep it rolling.
I feel like we've hit more than 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh no, this is from the studios, right? So we've only seen 4 from the studios. I don't think we've seen the 5 that they're talking about.
Yeah, there's a lot of third-party stuff here. This one's the medium, it seems like.
That Warhammer one though, yes, please.
with a dead
Yeah, dude, medium. It's intriguing for sure.
a forest, the moon.
I hope they show more of the switching between the worlds at the same time, because you can play through both.
Yeah. Oh no, she's cornered. Get out. Oh.
Switch to the different worlds.
Every story has
Nowhere
two
to
sides.
swim.
A regular, rational one, but also a darker and deeper truth. Not unlike a nightmare.
I wonder if.
I can see
Wait, this is medium? Is this medium?
Yeah, the medium. It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
it.
it's medium.
There we go.
That's crazy. See, I love games that can, like, you can change reality by pushing a button, but you get a totally different, you know, platforming, solving puzzles and everything. Like, I love it.
Anyone there?
It reminds me so much of when like the light goes out in Silent Hill, and then everything just gets coated with
Please.
disgustingness.
Oh my god.
What is this place?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of those kind of game experiences. This game looks just nuts.
Yeah, I thought it was just aesthetics changing, but it's not. It's like there'll be a tower for you to climb that maybe isn't in the other world. What's up?
What?
Ryan, that reminds me a little bit of The Messenger, where you're going between the timelines.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, absolutely.
Where there's different things that you can do based on. Like, I'm not for horror games, but this one technically, I mean, on the technical side, it just looks amazing. So I don't know, you know, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Cypher was gonna say something. Cool, great cover art. Oh, I love that. That is cool.
Dude, there's like the fingers are like
premiere.
going into her head. It's not even like ah, we got you. It's like
Another console launch exclusive.
Yeah.
My god. Sega!
Bro.
What?
bro,
What?
bro.
What?
If I see a little blue dude with spiky hair, I'm changing pants immediately.
Yes, so.
Fantasy Star. This is gonna be Fantasy Star. Brand new expansive worlds. It's Fantasy Star.
Yeah, Fantasy Star Online.
Which I heard great things on the Dreamcast. Never played it myself.
Dude, on the Series X, this game is gonna be insane.
I want to see like that. Wow.
Like, from the people that love the Fantasy Star games, they say they're absolutely amazing. It's just that it takes a little while to get into.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But once you get into it, you're like hooked, and you just want to keep playing. So
That was kind of Monster Hunter World for me.
Yeah.
A little bit of a learning curve, but once you got there, it was like, what?
Monster World, I tried it. It was really intimidating for me. I had a really hard
It
time.
is, yeah.
Cypher played it. Cypher, what did you think of it? The true adventure started. Wow. So what were you adventuring? What adventure were you doing?
A 360p adventure.
New Genesis.
Star Online, new Genesis.
Cool. Oh, you would play this. Sorry, I'd play this.
Oh, another console launch exclusive, man. Here's more and more reasons to get an Xbox Series X.
Crossfire.
Crossfire, yeah.
So get this. The first clear, like the campaign that they're making for it, it's made by Remedy Games, who made Control.
What?
Yeah, they're making. Yeah, there you go, Remedy. They're literally making the Crossfire X campaign.
Oh, I'm stoked.
That is going to be really good.
Destiny chose me to save this world.
Yeah, the marketing for this game so far just makes it look insane.
Yeah. I gotta say though, I did play the beta, I will say the controls for a shooter like this were incredibly
We
smooth.
make our own path. We protect our own.
Can you protect me from fate?
But hey, Remedy's making the campaign, you know it's gonna be good.
So we got solid gameplay and we'll have solid story. Dynamite seems a bit retro.
Soon, the
Yeah,
entire
she had it
world
delivered
will
from
bend,
Acme.
all because of him.
Well, I love Spectre Team. That was really cool.
Reminds me of like Crisis back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Squirrel suit climb, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, this looks really good, man. This looks really, really good. And it's coming
2020.
2020. That's this year.
Today, you saw 10 world premieres and 22 console launch exclusives. Game Pass members can play every game you have seen today from Xbox Game Studios and all of our partners in the subscription or free to play. This is just a peek at some of the new titles coming to Xbox Series X. And some of the games you already love and some you have yet to play will also be optimized
Fable.
for Xbox Series X.
I know,
Games
right?
like Forza Horizon 4,
Come on.
Gears 5, and
Come on,
some of
Battletoads.
You'll get the next-gen upgrades at no additional cost when they launch.
Don't do this.
You can expect a lineup
Give us that
of
Fable.
over 100 titles for Xbox Series X this holiday season. With Series X and Game Pass, Xbox is the place to play, and you are at the center
Don't do this
of
to me,
everything
Matt.
we do. Now, you may have noticed we didn't get to visit all of our Xbox Game Studios today. That means we'll have more to share later this year. But until then, here's one more thing.
Oh, all right.
Battletoads.
World premiere.
Where's my Battletoads?
Is this it? Oh, playground. All right.
Oh my
I'm gonna freak out.
Oh my
The
god.
world is filled with stories
Oh, is it what it is?
of legendary heroes,
Oh my god, it is what it is.
treacherous villains,
Dude, I'm gonna freak out.
of fantastical creatures,
Oh my
and
god.
wondrous places where nature
Please be it.
magic live in perfect harmony.
Oh yeah. This has gotta be it. This has gotta be it.
Come on, man.
Yours.
Yeah!
Oh god. Oh my god.
All right.
Oh
Yes.
my god. Oh my god.
That was good, though. That's why.
Oh.
Oh my god.
They did it. It happened. It happened. Everyone knew it. Everyone knew it. Nobody doubted it. That's. Oh. That's all. That's all you needed, man. That's all you needed. I know, right? That is huge. We're not worthy. We're
Give me
not.
that. How? Give me that.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
Unreal.
So I know there was a lot of stuff here to unpack, and the cool thing is we have an easy encore episode we're gonna be doing next week, so maybe we can unpack some of that stuff next week.
Yeah.
But I did want to take some takeaways from you guys. What would be like your top 3 that you saw on this showcase right now that you're like, oh my god, okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there day one, playing that day one. There's just so many to choose from, though, right?
It's a hard answer.
It's a hard decision.
Yeah. I mean, Fable's still number 1 because I got to be honest, that was my most highly anticipated game, and I'm sure a lot of other people's as well. People don't seem to understand that Fable it's like the mirror of being a true OG Xbox fan. Like Halo is definitely the pinnacle. They're the number 1 partner of Xbox, but Fable, it's one of those things where in a world of trying to find more exclusives for Xbox, you've just wished and wished and wished that they would bring Fable back, because it has the power and the lore and the humor and every aspect of that game to just completely blow this community out of the water. And it's such a strong exclusive, and just all this hype around it. I'm just super stoked to see that. The Medium is my number 2. Number 3 is probably number 3. I didn't see any Elden Ring, but that would be my number 3 most anticipated for Series X. But man, Halo Infinite, The Medium, and Fable, those have got to be my 3.
Okay. All right, Ryan, what about you?
So I was gonna say, before Josh wrapped it up there, I was gonna say, like, we all know Halo's on our list. Like, we don't need that in our top 3 because we all want it. So I would say, like, you know, give some other games some love.
Okay.
But for me, so like Halo's in a list of its own that I'm like, it's definitive. I gotta play it. But if I would say like my top 3 outside of the obvious Halo would be Avowed, Fable, number 1, Avowed, and then Warhammer Darktide. I'm a huge Warhammer fan. I grew up with the board game. I love Space Marine, and I'm so glad that they're still coming up with games. So yes, please, Warhammer. Rab?
And
yes, please.
In the chat, we had Cypher also said Avowed besides the obvious Halo and Fable. And I feel like Halo is just a given for everybody.
Yeah.
So Cypher, if you want to toss in another one that you're excited about, go for it. But I'm going to have to agree with you guys. Like, there were some really, really cool games that were there. Fable is definitely on the list for me, 100%. Avowed is probably on the list for me. I'm really into some of those great RPGs there. I kind of want to see more, though, a little bit. I was a huge fan of the Dragon Age series, and if they're getting back into fighting dragons and stuff like that in Avowed, it's most likely going to be amazing. The last one, okay, so the Medium on a technical side, I would say, but I kind of want to see that Crossfire X campaign now, coming from Remedy. I definitely want to jump in and see what that's going to be like, because what they showed us looked amazing so far. So it's probably one of the other ones that are going to be on my list there for that. And then obviously Halo's on there. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Day one, I think we're all going to be playing that. So
exactly.
Definitely another great one there. But we saw some other great titles from third party. We had the Balian Wonderworld. That looked really cool early on from Square Enix. Exo Mecha looked great. Psychonauts.
We didn't even talk about Senua. We didn't even talk about Senua 2, guys.
I know. I want.
Dude, that just has to speak to the sheer explosiveness of this showcase. Like, there's literally titles like Senua 2 that we're like not even thinking of because these other games are just like
Everwild.
Like, Everwild.
Everwild is another one that we didn't even learn
State
of.
of Decay 3, bro. Like, I played the first 2 and loved them, and I'm sure the third one's gonna be awesome, especially with Zombie Deer. So
yeah, exactly.
There's a lot. Here's the crazy thing: the fact at the end they said everything you just saw is coming to Game Pass. That's insane. Like all of them are coming to Game Pass. So. And then 22 console launch exclusives they said as well. So a bunch of these games, if you are looking to pick them up, it's either going to be on Xbox or some of them might be coming to PC, some of them might not be. Depends on those third-party developers what they're deciding, but it doesn't look like they're coming to some of the other guys. So it's another reason for you to be picking up an Xbox. So some really, really cool stuff there.
Oh yeah, no, it's. I mean, yeah, we didn't even talk about Senua. There's some big game-changing announcements. Like you really gotta understand the scale here. Like talking about Destiny, for example. Like Destiny, that game has such a community, and it just brings people together.
Millions of players, millions.
And even Cypher said it, like, I would play this, but there's just so many different expansions I got to get into and play and get hooked on and all this stuff. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that Xbox is like, you know what? We'll pay for this. We got the bill on this one. Just don't worry about it. And then just getting people in on Destiny. And then I loved, one of the highlight moments I loved was the little jab with Ground and Cyberpunk. It's like they clearly know that a lot of the gamers are waiting for Cyberpunk, and they're like, but we have this great game while you wait.
In the meantime.
Yeah. Like, I love it, and that's true. One thing a lot of people were wondering that they were going to announce the a price of the console.
Yeah, it seems like we're getting more, right? So Matt Booty at the end said, "Hey, we didn't show all these other studios that are working stuff, and that's because we have more stuff to show later in the year. So, we might be getting another showcase before launch or something like that. So that would be really cool to check out." Lobo Grande said Fable, Crossfire X, and Warhammer. All right, so that's the top 3 for Lobo Grande. And then used to be a Playa said, yeah, all these will be accessible via Game Pass, and that's the amazing part of this. So. Because I know the console pricing, it wasn't announced. I know a lot of people are asking, like, hey, are we going to get that? But keep in mind, like, even if we got that console pricing, imagine how much you're saving, though, on the gaming side of stuff. Like, just count out how many of those games you love. And even if they all fell between that $40 to $80 price range or whatever it was, depending on the type of game it is, that's a lot of savings you're getting right there. I know Game Pass, it still costs something, but I can almost assure you're going to be saving a lot more there. So whatever that console pricing is, it's just going to be a little bit more enticing because I know I'm going to be saving on the side of the games at least because I can pick up Game Pass. It's going to cover me with Game Pass Ultimate. It's going to cover Xbox Live for me. It's going to cover Game Pass for PC and for console and Series X. So you're getting Series X games right off the gate. And then on top of that, Project xCloud is coming to Game Pass Ultimate starting September 4 free, included all a part of that bundle. So play at home, and then imagine taking your Fable on your phone, wherever you want, and carrying through that gameplay. Imagine taking that Warhammer and carrying on and playing through your phone or whatever else it is and playing that there. Imagine taking Halo Infinite with you wherever you want to go. That's the crazy part about this. It's like, we got Series X, but then taking it on the go, that's going to be absolutely amazing. It's truly a game changer.
It's funny you bring up Fable too, and everyone keeps bringing it up, and I want to say something here because it's really critical to understand that, is that with a game like Fable, like when you think of Xbox, and Josh said it best, is that when you think of Xbox, like an OG Xbox fan, immediately you're going to think of Fable. Like that's no-brainer. You're going to think of Fable. And it's such... Fable is, in my mind, one of the pillars of Xbox exclusives. Like, that is, like, you think of Gears, you think of Forza, you think of Halo, and Fable is up there, but we hadn't seen a Fable in so long. But it's good to see that we have that back, and again, Xbox really committing to discovering new games, but especially as well, like, playing where you want, on any device you want. Think about it, too. Like, Fable, that's a play anywhere title or at least, like, it's not confirmed, but most games that are announced are all play anywhere titles that are exclusives lately. But it is going to be, like you said, Game Pass game that you could play on Project xCloud and just play it anywhere, anytime, any device. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, one of the call-outs that I thought was kind of funny, Rav, was when we were talking before the show, we talked about Fable getting taken up by a new dev, and if we were to see the new edition of Fable, it would have to have some kind of humor element to it. Yeah. And I found it very funny that literally in real time, as that, let's just call her a pixie, she got eaten up by a frog, and then literally as she gets eaten by the frog, you go, "Yep, this is Fable.
This is it. This has to be Fable."
That was the one thing that we talked about would have to carry over, is that self-awareness humor that they have, and you could tell just even in that tiny trailer, like, yes, we're very aware of what Fable means to the community, and we want to provide that. A tiny point I wanted to make just by the base on the price of the console. I mean, we talk about Xbox Live in itself. We talk about games with gold, and I pretty much every time we mention games with gold, it's around that $700 a year savings mark, regardless of what games are actually available. mean, that's a conservative savings. So if you're spending $700, which I highly doubt you will on the Series X, I mean, you're going to pay that off in a year of free games. So it's just insane the way that Xbox has structured their company and their system in a way to where you give us your trust and come game on our experience, on our platform, in our ecosystem, and we're going to do everything we can to continue to add value wherever we can into that experience. And like Game Pass Ultimate's the all-encompassing, and now we're going to get Project xCloud. Like, you're seeing this in real time, where when Xbox Game Pass was announced in E3, like last year or 2 years ago, people freaked out. It's like, the Netflix of games? No way, I'll pay whatever I need. And it's like, look at how far we've come. Now it's PC, console, mobile, Xbox Live Gold, connection to the most advanced multiplayer network. Like, and now we have all these games to play on one of arguably the most sophisticated and evolved console systems ever. Like, dude, mic drop moment. Like, so, Xbox, well done.
Just so I can give you a list of all the games, if you did miss it, you can go back and watch some of the stuff. So some of the games that were announced today, or at least most of them I try to capture here. We got Dragon Quest 11S coming. We got Exo Mecha coming, Balan Wonderworld. You had Halo Infinite, Forza. It looked like a remake or a restart on Forza Motorsport. Wasteland 3, Everwild from Rare, Tell Me Why by Don't Nod. You had the Outer Worlds DLC, the Gorgon DLC coming out September. We had Grounded, and that's just around the corner, July 28th. That's 5 days away. We had Avowed coming in from Obsidian, which looked amazing. As Dusk Falls from Interior Night. Hellblade 2, we got a little glimpse of that again. Double Fine Psychonauts 2. We had Bungie Destiny 2, all expansions and everything coming to Game Pass November 10th. So that's going to be great to play on your Series X. Stalker 2, so console launch exclusives. Stalker 2. We had Warhammer Darktide. We had Tetris Effect Connected. The Gunk, the Medium from Blooper. We had PSO 2, New Genesis, Crossfire X campaign showcase with Remedy, and then we had the Fable tease there. So tons and tons of games that we had there.
Rav's scroll is just rolling all the way onto the ground.
It's just, I'm just scrolling.
And then we got Fable, and then we got...
It just keeps coming. It just keeps coming.
Well, no, okay, but think about this too, right? Like, we had that Inside Xbox event a month ago in June, and that was like, you know, game after game after game after game.
17 or 18 games there as well. Actually, there was a ton of games during that as well. So I think Matt Booty was hinting at, like, you're gonna have close to over 100 games during that launch window for you to play, and that's absolutely insane. Like, I've never heard of that. Like 100 games during, like, there's gonna be something you're gonna love there, and there's gonna be definitely something available on Game Pass. We'll probably do a little bit more of a deep dive into some of these games next week. We'll look into some of them. Maybe there's going to be more information out. Mm-hmm. Probably going to be more in-depth trailers and some of those nitty-gritty stuff. So at least that way we can capture all of that and get that over to you guys as well, right? So
I think we're gonna obviously need to continue having Josh back, and then let's do like discussions. Do discussions, man. Like,
as long as Josh is free and available, Josh, we'd love to have you back, man. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Hey, I'm welcome as long as chat's okay with it. I do want to say, can we get a 5-second moment of jazz hands for Jack Black coming in with Psychonauts 2?
J-Balls.
I mean, let's be real. That was pretty sweet. I have to admit, with that clip, I thought maybe character voiceover, maybe something, and lo and behold, he goes and starts singing the score of the whole trailer. Like, come on, man.
I don't know. Okay, hold on here, because, you know, you talk about Jack Black, and it brings up something that I don't know, because, like, everyone's trying to do, you know, what's trending in media these days, which is, like, always, like, hidden gems or, like, Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So is having Jack Black on this, you know, cameo thing, is that a nod or a hint that we're going to see Brutal Legends 2?
I'm gonna say yes, and that's just me being hopeful, because, like, come on, Jack Black, gaming, Brutal Legends, it just makes sense. And I feel like maybe they were there and they were already working on Brutal Legends, and then what happened is They're like, hey, why not record a song for Psychonauts while you're here, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Hey, I don't know anything. I'm just saying I would love to see that happen if that's the case.
Yeah, of course. And then the same thing with Grounds, and then throwing in the Battletoads. Where is Battletoads? Like, where?
It's around the corner, man.
Yeah, they're in the gym. They're getting buffed up, ready to roll.
Yeah.
I know you're a big fan, Ryan, but hey, it looks like we have some more coming soon from Xbox before the console launches. So maybe they're getting ready Battletoads during that whatever showcase or announcement that they're gonna have. So should be really cool to see.
Yeah, I think they said though that they're gonna have like each month they're gonna have something, right? So August they could have something, and then September they could have something. And we don't even know the release date of the console yet, do we?
Nope.
No.
No pricing, no console release date yet. So I would expect there to be another sort of conference or video or something or another, or maybe another post that kind of gives that information. But hopefully we're gonna find out more what some of the other studios are working on. So it should be cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. One call out I wanted to make on Xbox's behalf is I know we did a separate. I don't know if it was necessarily labeled a games showcase. The one that we did, I think it was in March. And one thing I really noticed is they did this pre-show, right, with Geoff and the team, and they were able to actually talk to a lot of these devs and actually give that backstory to what projects they were working on. And I want to be clear when I say this, it's not that we don't find that interesting. I mean, it's no different than watching a movie and going, I want to see behind the scenes, right? I want to see the actors talk about their process or whatever. It's the same thing. But when you have an hour to showcase games, I think they did a really good job at balancing that. You know, here's another trailer, here's more gameplay, here's a little blurb from the dev about, you know, the project they're working on. I don't think that they showed too much of that, and I do think that there is a balance that you have to strike when you only have 60 minutes. And so I was excited to see that they very much learned from the March timeframe in, hey, we want you guys to talk about your game, but in all honesty, most of these viewers in these 60 minutes, some of them are even at work taking breaks just to watch this. Like, they want to see the games. And I think Xbox really delivered in that regard.
Now, just to recap some of the studios we haven't seen from. So Compulsion Games, we from We Happy Few, we haven't seen anything from them. In Exile Entertainment, so in terms of Wasteland, that's something that we I don't know if they're working on the next one or if we can see something from them. Mahjong with Minecraft. I know there's always stuff with Minecraft happening, but we didn't hear anything in regards to some stuff and updates they might have. And then the Coalition. So again, if they're bringing tactics to the console side, we didn't see anything there. The Initiative, the big one, right? The ones that are working on the quadruple A title here. We haven't heard from them, right?
Dude, no surprise, right?
Yeah, so we didn't see that. And then last but not least, we have World's Edge, the makers of Age of Empires, but I know they're working on bringing that and updating some of the new stuff. So I don't think we would be seeing anything from them. But we still had some pretty big studios there that we haven't seen or heard anything from. So I don't know. Maybe this was like a 1A, and maybe we're going to get a 1B conference in August or September or whenever it is. So they still got some really hot, top hitting level talent here that hasn't showcased anything. So
they got time.
Maybe
they got time.
Yeah, 100%.
I think if we need to, we're kind of not addressing the elephant in the room here. We're gamers satisfied, and I think there is a lot to digest from this experience. I mean, they even showed this Halo Infinite demo thing. So does that mean we're getting a demo next month? Does it mean what does it mean? We don't know.
That's true. Yeah, and there's usually always a beta and stuff, right? So, and all of these being on Game Pass, that was just absolutely amazing. I see Richard in the chat saying, "Oh my God, all on Game Pass." Yeah, Richard, they're all going to be on Game Pass. All the titles that you saw during the showcase, which is insane, right? But in terms of Ryan, you're answering your question. I feel like there was something here for everybody. Even if somebody's not into FPS shooters, and maybe for whatever reason they're not into Halo, and that's okay. there was a ton of cool stuff there. I mean, Everwild was an amazing game. We had Grounded that was there. If you're really into those RPGs, you had Avowed there. You know, you're gonna love Fable. We had something for the PSO2 crowd as well from Sega. I mean, that was absolutely amazing. And don't get me started on those Exomecha, on those crazy mech bots, dinosaur fire-breathing stuff. Like, that was amazing. So I think there was something here for everybody, Ryan. So there's definitely a reason for everybody to get excited for next gen with Series X here.
Well, I couldn't agree more. And there's, again, guys, I just cannot address enough. June, we had a series of third-party announcements. This month, we had a series of exclusive announcements. There's so many games, so many. And I just realized a Warhammer game, I already think I know what it's going to be like and about, because that company did Vermintide. And now we're doing Warhammer 40k Darktide. So it could play very similar to that, which is awesome. Big fan of Vermintide. Love that game. Super awesome. Just so exciting, guys. Just so much. There's so much to
There's so much, but we will unpack it next week then. So we have our monthly Easy Encore episode, and you know, we always have a section for Xbox, but I think it's going to be a little bit bigger this time, and that's going to be at 2:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday next week. So if you want to deep dive into more of these games, we're going to scour the webs for all the different types of trailers, all the different types of pieces of information. So if you have some favorites, so stay tuned and watch us on that day. Next week, Wednesday, I believe that's the 29th. Correct me. Yeah, 29th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. So definitely hit the follow button, and then make sure your notifications are on, and that way you will be able to jump on, and we will carry this conversation over.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'll take it from here, Rav. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, everyone who stayed tuned. We had a great audience. We had so many people. And again, one more time, thanks to Josh for coming out and joining us and helping represent the Easy Encore life.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times. Good times were had. So thank you guys so much. Keep checking out our content. Keep checking out Discovery Expo. For those of you who are part of that, and a lot of great content that we have coming up for you, so stay tuned. So till next time, guys, thank you very much, and as I always end my streams with, peace, love, gaming. Later, guys.
Bye.
Whew. Oh man, what a crazy announcement. Yeah. I know, right? Yeah, no, I need to watch it again just to digest what I saw. I'm gonna grab that Fable clip and then make a social post for it, because that was really good. Oh, that was fun.